What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. If you guys have been watching this channel for the past couple months, we did set our downside target of $7,500 in the beginning of August, and we did hit $7,700 recently. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting just above $8,000, and a lot of people are still wondering whether we're going to see more downside or a recovery from this point, and that is what we're going to discuss in the video today. If you guys are interested in trading right off the charts that you're charting from using CryptoWatch, all you have to do is go over to your account, click the exchange keys tab, go down to the exchange that you want to trade from, type in your API key, your API secret key, and once you're plugged in, as I am here on Kraken, all you have to do is hop over to the chart, hit that right tab, and you're literally ready to trade straight from the chart that you're trading from. Click that affiliate link below to create a free account and check out the platform. So moving on to the Bitcoin analysis. If you guys have been watching this channel, we've been looking for the 21 EMA to cross below the yellow 100 EMA, and that was our bearish indicator for continued bearish moves to the downside. Now, if you guys remember, the yellow 100 EMA and the 21 EMA crossing on the daily chart, last time they crossed was actually a direct correlation with the breakout for the beginning of the bullish trend. And right now we're getting the 21 EMA to cross below the yellow 100 EMA, which is our indication of the beginning of the bearish trend here. Now, that's not to say that we're necessarily entering a bear market. This could just be a correction. But in my opinion right now, looking at the volume on the daily chart, we have not seen significant buy volume, not enough volume at this point for a major bounce back in the market. In my opinion, we are still likely, as we've been discussing for the past few months, we are still likely to retest the golden retrace at about $7,200 to $7,500. I do think that a continued move to the downside is quite likely. So now that we're below our main support level at 9,100, we are sitting in an area of strong volatility. Right now, we did find support off the $7,700 level, and we are creating a bit of a pennant formation here. So it's possible, a swing in either direction in the short term is totally possible. I wouldn't be surprised to see volatile moves in this area, creating some sort of formation in this range. Anything in the short term is pretty hard to predict. But overall, if you're looking at the volume here on the chart, in my opinion, we have not seen enough buy volume. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we have not seen enough buy volume here for a major long-term macro trend low to be put in a continuation of the bull trend. I don't think we've seen enough volume for that just yet. Even if we do get a break to the upside, I do think it'll be short-lived, and very likely we're going to be looking to test at least 7,700 again, but very likely we're going to be looking to test the $7,200 to $7,500 level, which is the golden retrace. So if you just go from swing low to swing high, right now the golden retrace does come in at $7,200, and that is the area that I just marked up. And as you guys should know by now, the golden retrace is an extremely common level for Bitcoin to retest going into bull markets here. Bitcoin does routinely retest the golden retrace here on a lot of its parabolic swings. Now, a lot of people like to compare these parabolic advances with what we're seeing in Bitcoin's chart right now. It's possible that we could be seeing something similar, although, there's something very different about Bitcoin's last bull market than right now. Every time we got a dump on the weekly, we did get bought back up within one weekly candle. We did see a buyback and a continued bullish momentum. But if you're looking at Bitcoin's chart right now, we did get a bearish weekly close. The price action that we're seeing now is more reminiscent of this area right here than it is of Bitcoin's parabolic advances in the last bull market. But that's not to say that we can't just do a standard routine correction to the golden retrace. Right now, I think it's more likely that we actually do get a standard retrace to the golden retrace before getting our next major move. But as I've discussed many times over the past few months, if we do pull back to the golden retrace and find a bounce there, the way that we're going to know if this is a long-term low is if we get major volume at that low, right? We need to see volume levels that are on par or exceeding previous levels off of that low. The way that we're going to know that we're going to get some sort of parabolic advance off of $7,200 is if we can get volume levels that are on par or exceeding previous levels off of that low. We need to see volume build up along that price in order to actually indicate that we're looking for a longer term move, a large scale macro low off of the $7,200 price level, guys. If $7,200, if we are going to find a long-term low that is going to create macro structure in the Bitcoin market, we need to see significant volume off of that low point, right? If you're looking at the past bull market here, Bitcoin does have volume that continues to exceed previous levels on a lot of these low points, right? Volume builds during bull markets. It continuously builds, and we need to see that volume building off the next low. And right now, if you're looking at the daily chart, guys, we're not seeing volume building all too much right now. We had a daily candle that closed green, some buy action happening there. But overall, in my opinion, there just isn't enough bullish volume here for a major bounce, a macro long-term low point to be put in a bounce. The way that we're actually going to know if that happens, right? If we do manage to find a bounce off this level and we range back above 9,100, 9,200, and we can hold above that level, of course, at that point, I would say, okay, it looks like we're actually, the bulls have returned to the market and we're looking to bounce out of here. But, in my opinion, we need to go lower, guys. We need to go lower so that we can find that volume, hit that liquidity, and range out of this level. But again, if we pull back to the golden retrace and we fail to find significant volume and the volume is lackluster at that point, it becomes likely that we actually retrace to the 786, which is coming in at about 5,400. And that's the only way that we're going to be able to find significant support. If we don't find significant support at the golden retrace, the only other place that we can really find significant support is potentially 6,400, but more likely 5,400 before getting a major bounce. So Bitcoin does, in my opinion, need to pull back to the $7,200 level, the golden retrace, in order to get enough support. Looking at the 4-hour chart, of course, there is a chance for short-term moves, for some sort of formation to be put in at this range. But if you're looking at the volume, in my opinion, there just isn't enough buy action for a major macro long-term low. And I do think that even if we do range out of this area, we're going to be looking to eventually pull back to about $7,200 to $7,500. More likely now $7,200, which is coming in at the golden retrace before getting a major bounce. Now, of course, it all depends on what type of buy action, what type of volume comes in off the next major low that will indicate if my downside target does hold up in the long term. And of course, we will be analyzing this very closely in the next few videos. So definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed the video, and click that link below to create a free account on the CryptoWatch platform. And I will see you guys in the next video.